Hey, shout out to Sequify. Come on, man.
Set out to Sequify. I love it. Wherever you are, whoever you are. That's right. So,
Wherever you guys are, you can sponsor our show.
come on, it's Sequify. If you find us, join us. Join us. We'd love to have you on here. Uh, all
Come on,
right,
free shout outs.
Chris.
Who doesn't like that?
Exactly. SoCal Co-op, baby.
We got a
SoCal
$50
Co-op.
agent for you. Come on.
Oh man,
Because
that's
that's
what
what
we
we're
want to
talking
share.
about today, right?
That's what we want to share. That's what we want to share is what we've been hearing around, what we've been hearing around the industry, what's been going around, what people are finding, and we want to share information of where this information is going and how to get better information or a piece of misunderstanding that's just is all over the place. So this is what we're finding.
Help you out in your search of AI.
Help you out in your search. Yeah. So if you're searching, I'll give you a few. I'll give you a few good questions to ask people you're searching to help. Build your agent, build that portion of your business. So, couple questions we're asking, or the very first thing that we're finding is this: everybody we talk to, literally everybody, they go, "Hey, that's cool. I want a voice AI agent. How much is yours?" And we give them a price, and they go like this: "Whoa! I found one on the internet for $50. Ours ain't $50.
Fifty
And
dollars. Fifty
we go,
dollars. That's
$50?
amazing.
That's awesome. Where'd you find that at? And they go, I don't know. I found like five of them for $50. I can't remember the name of them. We go, awesome. You should get that one. And they go, oh, cool, cool. Yeah. What do I get with yours? And we're like, oh, thanks for asking. so, but why are they $50, Chris? How come you can find an agent for $50? A voice agent that will answer your phone for $50.
Well,
Why is that?
I believe it's the progress that AI has made. It makes exponential progress. Almost seems like week to week. ChatGPT went from something that everybody's writing crappy emails with to upping their game with visuals, videos, things like that, and a bunch of companies have popped up. They've all discovered 11 Labs and things like that for voice agents, and they want to sell them to people, unsuspecting people, I think, for $50, $49 a month, things like that, and these agents they'll answer. They will have a conversation, but what happens next? What is the goal? Like what and we've talked about this in other shows. AI agents are great, but on their own, it'll be a receptionist. It'll stand alone. It'll be a receptionist. It'll answer your phone. It'll give information, but without some knowledge and integration, that's all it's going to do, and that's what your $50 agent is. Um, Prompting it, getting it to work properly. That's a whole nother ball game, and I'll promise you right now that ain't going to cost $50.
That ain't gonna cost $50. And the real ball game, prompting it, and I'm sure people can tweak, right? Like when you talk to a human and you say, hey, answer the phone. They go, great, what do you want me to answer? Here's a piece of paper, just talk to them and all the information's on the piece of paper. All right, that gives you probably about 40% of the information when you're actually gonna talk to somebody, right? Like if I was to walk into a pizza place and they just said, here's a piece of paper, here's how you order a pizza for somebody, right? I would get about 40% of it right, and then I would ask the manager, "What? How do I do this? What do I do this? What does that mean? Which button do I push?" Right? Just all those little questions that you have no idea about, and that's okay. That's a real thing. When I'm done though, and I hang up the phone, and they go, "Okay, great. What pizza does he want?" And I'd be like, you could probably remember pepperoni. You could probably remember nothing else." And so that is the real problem that these $50 agents don't give you is when the phone hangs up, where's the information going? And who's getting that information and what information is important to you, right? So if I'm a if I'm taking a plumbing phone call and that phone call goes, great, what's the problem? I have a leak water's leaking from my top floor down to my second floor. Awesome. Is it above your bathroom, would you say? I don't know. Is it a lot of drip or a little bit of drip? That matters. If it's a lot of drip, I'm going to go to that house. If it's a little bit of drip, I'm going to say, great, I can be there today, but it's going to take me 5 hours. Put a bucket under it, I'll be there. Right? Things like that. And then your AI agent will take that phone call. You can do that. That's no problem. When the AI agent hangs it up and it says, there's a leak at this house, please go to it. How do you know how big the leak is, how big the job is? Is it a super emergency? Are you in the middle of a long job that's going to take you multiple days and they got water gushing out of their bathtub? Like, you have no idea, right? That's not what $50 gets you. That is $50 ain't going to cover all of that
Yeah.
information, giving that information to you, all the important intricacies of, do I need to drop what I'm doing and go help this person out? How big is the job, right? Like, just all the little, how far away is it, right? Things like that. That's not what $50 gets you. And that's what people don't realize. And people have a hard time grasping that concept. So,
Well, yeah, and a lot of people don't quite get what the AI is actually supposed to do. They're looking at it as, you know, their savior and a way to basically not work, and that is not at all what it is. I've discussed this. We've discussed this. I let everybody that our clients know, our people that are wanting to work with us, is that this isn't a way for you to go and lay on a hammock every day, and the money comes rolling in. It's a great safety net. Um, you don't make calls. You have to leave the office. You have a bunch of leads coming in. You have a few setters that call right away. They could be A+ appointment setters, um, but some always skip through the cracks. If you have 4 appointment setters, they're all on calls. A new lead comes in, they're not hanging up that call, and we talked about this before. The minutes that roll by are the minutes that those people are not thinking about you anymore, thinking about another company, and it's money out the window. So that AI, when your appointment setters are all booked up, it's going to make that call. And then, whether someone answers or not, that's not the AI's fault. That's not whatever company, whether it's ours or another company that you've gone with as an agency, that's not their fault. People, in this world don't answer their phones. And that's why you call multiple times
yeah,
and
yeah.
over and over and over. And eventually they're answering. And I found, most people don't mind talking to an AI agent. You know, would you rather talk to an AI agent that, speaks English or whatever language it is, and it's efficient, it answers your question, you don't have to, press any buttons, Marco Cinco for English or anything. And you know, and people don't mind.
They
They
really don't.
get
People
their
really don't
information.
mind. Yeah.
I've seen, we have one customer, she's gotten, I don't know, 300, 500 calls from it. People answer, she has a receptionist. And literally, I've heard one person ask, is this an AI?
Yeah.
And they've called 5 times. And it
Yeah.
took their fifth time to ask if it was an AI agent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's funny.
uh, um, yeah, those are the things. And I think there's still confusion with companies. Companies know more so than ever that it is a needed
They
thing
really do.
in
Everybody we talk to
business.
literally says, "I know I need this, or else I'm stuck." They all say that. So,
And
yeah.
a lot of people, they just don't know how they need it. And like I
Yes.
said, the still people's familiarity is like, oh, I know about AI, and then they start talking about Grok and Pilot and all these things that are out there commercially, and there's a lot of new AI companies coming out that are using those tools and basically using them for you, so you don't have to go out and learn what they are. Whereas there's other companies such as ours, Aid Media, where we're kind of a full service, full gamut marketing AI company. You need just AI SMSs, we got you. You need just some marketing and then lead into some AI, we got you. You need to, you bought some AI, you want it connected and a workflow that works efficiently for your business, we got you. Um,
Gotcha.
and And that's the main difference. And a lot of people, it's like, you want cheap or do you want results? And that seems to be the game these days. Is everybody's looking for cheap. There's a lot of fear. What if it doesn't work? Well, why are you calling me? Obviously, what you're doing right now is not working.
What if you hire a human and it doesn't work? What do you do?
Yeah,
You,
what's the next step of there?
yeah, yeah,
And with the human, that is a bigger risk, being that you've taken a bunch of time to stand over them, watch them make mistakes, watch them do this.
give
You have
them
an AI
money,
agent
trust
that
them with
says
your
what it
stuff.
says.
Are they gonna steal your phones? Are they gonna steal your equipment? It's real, man. I talk to people. Are they gonna walk off your job? Whatever.
And with this, it never happens, ever. You get it working right, and you get the script and the prompts, and you control how crazy the AI can get and how much freedom they have,
Yep.
and then it just works every single time. And there's no, she's not walking out. Not walking out off the job. He's not taking too long of a lunch break.
Not showing up 30 minutes
There's a
late.
lot of benefits, and the instant cost savings. I talked to another lady the other day. She's paying, she's got a team in the Philippines that answer her calls, and that's great. And I said, "How many do you have?" 8. Okay, how much do you pay them? About 150 a week, 250, because it's cheap labor over there. That still totals with 8 people up to about 8 grand a month that you're sending overseas. You got no control of these people. You have hours that are ridiculous to get efficient things done, and for way less than half of that, or less than a third, you, you have an agent that works 24/7. You don't have to call Manila. You don't have to wait till 4 in the morning, and it just works.
It works, baby.
So, and that cost savings is incredible. Like, who, $1,000 compared to $8,000 a month is a no-brainer. If I said,
Yeah.
you know, I give you $5 for, 5,000, would you do it?
Yup. You better believe it. I'm giving you that $5 for that 5,000.
Like, and that's kind of where we come in. We have the confidence, we have the surety, and we don't make crazy promises that we're going to get you the world, and that you're going to be able to be lazy. You're going to have to put some work in, and a lot of these companies, you got to have a business. You have to have a business established before you should even consider an AI caller agent, things like that.
That is true.
As far
You
as
gotta have revenue coming in. Like it doesn't make sense to be like, I'm a brand new business, set me up with an AI caller. Be like, great, where's your revenue coming in from first? Like it
Mhm.
just isn't the very first thing you should set up. Like most definitely. So
And really, the big misconception is these companies coming out saying, "Oh, we'll give you unlimited calls, blah blah blah, for $200, 249." That is not happening, because there's a lot of things they're not telling you. The calls themselves cost money. The the software costs money. Um,
every function, once again, every output costs money. So like, yeah, we can set you up and it can make all the phone calls for 200 bucks. I can literally do the same thing, but the information goes nowhere. You literally still have to go in.
mhm.
It's like having a receptionist that you say, okay, receptionist takes all the phone calls. They take some notes and they write them down, and then they just leave them on the desk. And if you ever want to like know what happened, how many phone calls did I have? You can't phone the receptionist. You have to drive to the office and talk to the receptionist. How many phone calls do we have today? 30. Oh, do you have like information on all of them? Yep, I wrote them all down right here. Do you want to read through them? That's what 200. Like, no, I don't want to read through them. I want you to tell me everything. That's what $200 gets you, or less, right? That's what it gets you. It gets you this rudimentary. Yes, it answers the phone, and yes, it will do things, but you have no idea what happened. It gives you no metrics. It gives you no information. Like it stores the recordings. Yes, it stores the recordings, but you have to go into every single recording and listen to the entire recording, to know what happened, to know what went on, and then you still have to call that person back because it didn't book you a calendar. Like it didn't book you on a call, or if If I'm a customer, I need a garage door fix, and I say, can you come out tomorrow or today and fix it? Like, it's not going to book it. You're going to have to call them back, right? And then you're still playing phone tag. That's what $50 gets you. And so that's what people don't realize. Like, I found it for $50. Like, yeah, but it doesn't.
Great. What is it going to do for you?
I please go use it. Like, that's a great product for you if you think that's a great deal. That's what until you come back and say I wasted $200 over 4 months, and then they wanted to upcharge me, and then they wanted to say this, and it ended up being like I don't really know because it ended up being $600 or $700 anyways. I'm like, yeah, I know. So, and then you had to do it all yourself. You had to do it. You literally had to do it all yourself. They have no help support and things like that. They didn't build it. You had to sit at a computer and build it, and then waste time and money thinking $50 was going to do it for you.
That's essentially in a nutshell
Yeah.
what some of these AIs that you can go and you could pay for it on the internet, and they're going to tell you your login, and here you go. Great, yeah, go and do that. But if you're looking for adding an AI team to your
Yeah.
business and having it efficient, it's like anything. It does cost some money. It's a new. You just throw it in your budget for the years from now on. Like part of your marketing budget is an AI budget, and it makes it a lot simpler. And if businesses start coming in, like they put out a thing, and I love telling people this. You know how much it costs when you ask ChatGPT please and thank you?
Oh,
Like
like $1
it's
billion a
trillions of
year or
dollars,
something crazy.
trillions
Yeah.
of dollars. So, and you want to come in and get AI for your business for under $1,000? Like, think about that. When
Yeah.
you're asking a company to give you AI and implement it into your big giant business, and you want to pay $1,000, think about how much it costs when you type please and thank you,
When you say
and
please
ask
write me this, and
yourself,
then those 6 words at the
does
end,
that
like of
make
course I'll write
sense?
this for you. That
Like,
little
does
of
that
course
make
I'll
any
write this for
sense?
you. And then when you say thank you, it writes you the answer, and you say thanks. And you literally just write thank you back, and it says my pleasure. I'm so glad to help you. Those little 5 sentences that it writes is trillions of dollars a year. I actually stopped saying please and thank you to it. It's just because it's a waste of a
Oh
prompt.
yeah, no, just be direct. It's
But
not a person. It doesn't
yeah.
care. You're not going to hurt AI's feelings. Trust me, we've had some people say some things to our AI. It's super inappropriate,
And it
and
responds
guess
very
what? She doesn't
professional.
get offended.
She does not get
Yes,
offended.
and
She
she
responds
takes it like a
professional.
champ.
Sometimes I laugh at it, actually. Sometimes she writes back. I don't want to, like, borderline sarcastic, but, like, just really good answers. Like, it's, what it is. It's really good.
Yeah, so
But,
I think that's our
oh,
2 cents on the cheap AIs out there and what's out there, and hopefully companies that see this have some better understanding going in. Whether you choose us or another company, it's all about having knowledge and know-how, and operating on good information. Even in my day as a hairstylist, I would tell people whether you come to me or you go to someone else, you should know these things, and you should know when someone's bullshitting you
yes, sir.
and doesn't know what they're talking about, and you should know the signs of this person really knows what they're doing because they're
Yes.
speaking the same language. They've said something that I told you that is proper, and now you can make an informed decision. You're not going to go crying and they messed up my hair, or coming back to
Exactly.
whoever,
Yep.
like in any business. And I think good businesses are fair like that, and they'll give you the information whether you go with them or not. Like,
Yep. 100%.
you know, you just want happy customers, and you just want happy people out there. And there are the cutthroats that are like, oh no, we're the best, and we can do this and we can do that. And generally, those are the ones we get calls from because they've tried it and they weren't the best, and
I
they
tried
did
to
make promises,
literally say
and now
that
we
was a
get them
waste
as
of
their,
money. Yeah.
and then we get them as they're jaded,
Yep.
and they think it's all a bunch of crap. So, and I
We had a
suggest
guy
that for anyone
yesterday.
starting an agency.
We had a guy yesterday saying, "I've had all these people talk to me and sell me a dream." And what did we say back, Chris?
What did I say? I said you can go to sleep for your dreams. We don't sell dreams to anyone.
We don't sell dreams, man. Go to sleep if you want
No,
dreams.
We're selling results and achieving your goals and solving your problem.
Yes,
Really,
sir.
that's what it is. We want to solve your problem. If we can't do it, we will find someone or suggest someone for you to go get that problem solved.
Yep, exactly.
Bottom line, I'm not about trying to make promises and do things that I don't know about.
I've told people we're not the guys. They say, "Hey, we want this," and I'm like, "Okay." And we go into it like, "Is that the actual problem? Like, do you really want that, or is that your actual problem?" Turns out that's the actual problem, and I go, "Dude, I'm not gonna be good at that. Like, I'm just not." And they go, "What?
Hmm.
You were quick to say that. Like, if I'm not good at it, I'm not good at it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm and give you a crappy product and then have you go somewhere else and say you wasted your money on me. Oh, that was weird.
We're not
Okay."
we're not going to tell you we're going to bake a cake when we make bagels. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It'll be the
Uh,
toughest cake you ever ate. So
but all right, Chris, great getting on here. Great getting on. Like I said, if you hopefully that helped people out know what's out there for $50, what it does and doesn't do, and why all these agencies or why proper AI actually does cost money. But that's what it is. That's the difference. That's what people are looking for. So
and if you guys need to ask any questions, you're looking for AI for your company, right down there, Aid Media Now, and it's right there, Aid Media Now. Go ahead and give us a call. You guys want to be a host, a guest on our show? Hit us up, send us a message, like, subscribe, follow us on Aid Media
Aid
Now on
Media now
Instagram,
everywhere.
Facebook, TikTok, everywhere,
Yep.
LinkedIn. Holler at us.
Holler at us. All right, everybody. Have a good one.
Shoot.